And we're live. Be y'all. Dude, Firefox has fucking streaming now. What the fuck? That's what I'm talking about. Let's see how it works. See if anybody joins. After that monster of a stream last night, holy shit, I just woke up. Just woke up. Ooh, be y'all. Slept pretty good, not gonna lie. Went to sleep at like 1:30 or something. Woke up at fucking like 10. Well, like 9:45. We got one on the head counter. Who we got? Neighborhood Jesus would like to share a brief public service announcement with you. Chris says, "Good morning, Shade. You better get outside and start working on that car, bro, before it gets super hot." Oh, it's already super hot. Luckily, I don't have too much to do. Dude, honestly, I'm gonna start fucking going over to the shop and doing my work. I'm not even joking. It's indoors. AC. Might not make for as good of content necessarily. Side people interrupt me like, "What you doing, man? Why you got that camera out?" Like, "I'm filming for my channel. Thank you." There's one guy over at the shop that's like, really? He's a nice guy, but he's annoying. George is here. What up? Hey, hey. Chris says, "LOL. I know it's nasty outside already." That's right. Um, I'll get this window regulator busted out. Do that. And stereo, shift knob, shift boot. That's about it. Things I got to get done. Also, I realized I got to get another Odyssey PC 680 battery. If I'm going to relocate the battery to make a room for the catch can in the new build. Um, I don't know if I'm going to stay with the speed factory or not. It takes up a lot of space to the point where I can't have a cold air intake. Like, it's really, I mean, pretty much the only options you can run is a stock airbox or a short RAM or something like that, or like the V2 system. But I mean, honestly, for the money, I thought, I've had the V2 all this time. I mean, it runs pretty good, honestly. What the fuck's in my tooth? How's everybody doing today? I don't understand why Firefox all of a sudden has streaming now. It's never had live streaming. That's why I use Google Chrome, and now we got live streaming on Firefox. Seems like it works pretty good. Let me know if there's any lag or which one you think's better. We're using a new shit today. Oh, where are we at? Chris says, "Yeah, it's a great idea. You'll be able to work better and faster focus because you'll be out of the heat." Yeah, that, and I have access to the silver car, so if I want to like take the window trim panels off and the seals off and all that shit, I'll have access to the car, so I don't gotta keep running back and forth to go get shit off the car. Chris says, "Hey." George says, "That's a cool jersey, Shades." Oh yeah, buddy. Glenn Rice. Got this when I was 6 years old, and it still fits me. Well, it didn't fit me perfect back then. It was like almost like a fucking dress back then. But you see here, autograph, my man. And you probably think I'm crazy, like, dude, Shades is wearing an autographed jersey. What the fuck? Why wouldn't you like hang that up and put it in a glass display case or some shit? Because I'm a thug. I give no fucks. Because I got signed photos of Glenn Rice, B.J. Armstrong, Muggsy Bogues, Vladi Divac, whole Charlotte's Hornets. I got so much Charlotte Hornets shit you wouldn't even believe it. That hat. This is the hat from when I was a kid. Look at the difference between these two hats. Look how fresh that hat looks, and then look at this hat. Like this hat has got some serious wear and tear on it. You know what I'm saying? To the point where like the snap on the snapback is like molded. Like if I took this off, it'd probably break or fucking melt apart or something. And George says, "What the fuck?" Chris says, "Perfectly seems fine on my end." Chris says, "Yeah, it's definitely better. Are you able to work on the car there whenever you want or when there's space?" Yeah, there's like the thing about my pop shop. It's not like wall to wall busy all the time. Like you got ups and downs. Not a lot of work, some work, busy days, slow days. So my car is parked in front of the picnic table inside the shop, and inside the shop where the picnic table is, that's not a work area. So like my car's just like chilling in front of the picnic table. So it's got room all the time. Like he can always make space for my car. You know, my silver car is just sitting there. It's been sitting there since the flood, since we got it back. So there will always be room for, you know, somewhere for me to have my car. Uh, Unfortunately, though, once we get all the parts out of it, I'm pretty sure he's selling it to the junkyard, to the salvage yard, trying to get like $500 back, which is sad. I almost want to plea with him and just be like, yo, how about I just get a shipping container or a storage unit and we just put it away? You know? One day I'll make a track car out of it or something, like dedicated DC5 track car. But I doubt he's going to go for that. So be like, dude, you already got one DC5. Like, what the fuck? Be like, fuck this blue one. I want my silver one. That's all I'm going to say. But I mean, if we get all the parts, if we get all the parts off of it, like, I'm talking get that bitch down to a shell. I'm talking a shell. I'll take the windshield out of that bitch. I'll take the back hatch out. I'll take the bumpers off that motherfucker. I will take every nut and bolt off that car essentially and just, hey, a shell. You know what I mean? Chris says, damn, oh, okay, got you, bro. George says, you guys having a body shop is cool as fuck. For real, though. It's, you know, I don't know if, like, it's hard to put into words. Would you rather be a mechanic or a body man or painter? You know what I mean? Like, I'd say body work and paint work is, like, really expensive, too. But I almost kind of semi wish I was born into a mechanic family. I know that sounds like taking it, like, don't, you're taking what you have for granted or something, but, like, that's the thing about a body man or a painter. A lot of times they don't like to do mechanical work. I mean, not saying he doesn't do some mechanical work, you know, but when it comes to like building engines and installing a lot of stuff, he's like really got this mentality that's like, you know, like we'll pay someone else to do it. Let's not fuck with it, you know. So I'm that guy that wants to fuck with everything, like, you know. Chris says, yeah, it's sweet though. You can do whatever you want whenever you want. Chris says body and paint work is super hard work, which most people don't understand. Oh, definitely, dude. Definitely. I mean, that's like I still feel blessed that I have like the availability just to get shit painted whenever I want. Like I look at like cats with like, you know, getting fucking factory paint in a rattle can and 2K clear or something. They just, you know, it looks pretty good, but it's not like prepping your car to the utmost. You doing all the prep work and painting it with factory paint out of a real paint gun and an air compressor and like baking it in an oven, you know what I mean? In a booth. That's the real deal. Getting some OG tri-coat shit. George says mechanic. I'm just not a bodywork kind of duder. That's the nice thing about like all of us, like all these YouTubers out here and stuff. Like there's somebody doing something, you know, like one of us can't do. Like bodywork. You guys haven't watched Lulz Kev? Watch his build, dude. I follow him on Instagram. If you got Instagram, dude, he's transforming that Del Sol. The bodywork on there looks pretty solid, honestly. Because yeah, that dude's all right. I like it. I like watching his build. Getting rid of all rust on that Del Sol, man. It's a challenge. It's a lot. He's just stripping it down. He's building that car from the ground up. It's awesome. I mean, that's literally. I mean, I don't gotta do rust correction or anything like that. But dude, we're gonna have to build that car from the ground up. Crazy shit. Ooh. Let's see. Chris says, cool. George says, did you order you a computer? I didn't yet because what I'm going to do is I'm going to go, when I go over to the shop today to get some shit out of the car, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the K-Pro out. I'm going to go order a main relay for Juan, see if we can get something skedaddling on the starting the other car up, see if it runs. Because like I told you, I thought I heard rod knock. It's not confirmed, you know what I mean? It just, that's the inclination in my head when I heard it kind of turn over. It kind of sounds like rod knock just for like a little hair. But that's not saying car hasn't been ran for almost getting close to a month. Like we're well in a month and a half, maybe 2 months getting close. So like not say that's a ridiculous amount of time, but it did have low compression. It had manual transmission fluid in it. And you know, stuff like that. So yeah, try to get the main relay, see if I can get the car to turn on at least, because I need to know that my K Pro is good. I mean, on my end, when I tested it here and it did the boot up test and the RAM test, it passed with flying colors. I cleaned the motherfucker, you know what I mean? So it was really fucking quite annoying to hear, oh, your ECU's no good. I'm like, what? You kidding me? Are you sure it's not like the wiring harness or the plugs or the main relay? He's like, well, it could be the main relay. I'm like, well, let's make sure it's the main relay because, yeah, that's $1,500, that fucking ECU. This is why I don't like people working on my stuff, or at least people that aren't like haven't been doing Honda shit for like at least a couple decades, or at least a decade. Like Juan is your run of the mill, knows like all cars across the board type guy. He's not into tuning or mods or anything like that. You know what I mean? So that's why I'm kind of like just annoyed. Let's see. Chris says I don't have the patience to do body work the right way, so that's why I always have a pro to do it rather than me. LOL, I'd fuck shit up big time. Oh, dude, it's definitely a lost art. I mean, it's not lost completely, but for like new cats, you go to like tech school and like want to be an auto body repairman. Like that's not something most people are doing nowadays. Like the old cats are like dying out, and new cats definitely don't do as good of work. I mean, some do, but not all of them. George says, "How do you say isn't good if you don't know?" That's what I'm saying, dude. There's no burn components in the ECU. I'm gonna pull that bitch out today, and I'm gonna fucking. I mean, honestly, I'm gonna go over there. I'm gonna buy the main relay to humor him, show him that the car's gonna turn on because it's probably the main relay. I believe that. Um, and then the car turns on and be like, "Yeah, see, you fucking told me my ECU's like fried, and it's not." You know. So, thanks for giving me extra stress because if I got to get K-Pro again, that's a big expense, guys. That eats into my interior, my Recaros, custom carpet and shit like that. Like if I have to get K-Pro again, I'll probably have to sacrifice. No, I won't be able to get red carpet. I'll just have to be able to maybe get red Recaros and probably get a shitty set. George says take it out and put it in your new car. Very true. Very true. George says to see if it works. Well, what I'm worried about is like, let's say I take it out of my car and something's wrong with it, and then I put it in my car. And I'll have to load up a new base map. Um, just like you know, what base map would I load? I'd load basically like a cold air intake dyno session, even though I don't have a cold air intake, so that's probably going to make it run like shit. But I do have exhaust and header, so maybe just run that. But what I have to do is I don't feel like fucking with the immobilizer today, so I'll just turn off the immobilizer temporarily because I don't feel like swapping out immobilizers and shit like that. Not that it's a lot of work, I just don't feel like doing it because then I got to keep swapping them back and forth and shit like that. It's just annoying. If my silver car was just dead, I would just take the immobilizer out, but we don't know that for a fact. So I'll load a temporary base map on there, and what we'll get is like just like a reflash number 4 cold air intake dyno session for like intake header exhaust type affair. Then we'll click on disable the immobilizer, so there'll be no conflict. So then I'll just add a 2-step and a couple like little things just to see if everything functions properly. And if it functions in the blue DC5, then we know it's not the ECU's fault. You know what I mean? It's the fucking main relay. Just stupid. I hate when people tell you something you know is not true. Your ECU is fried. No, it's not. It passed boot up test. If it's fried, it's on the harness connector side. It's not the circuit board. It's like the fucking harness side. Because that's the thing. I don't know if it matters or not when you test the ECU to upload it and all that stuff, but just to see if everything's good on it, it's on the USB jack side. So literally, on the 3 plug side, the actual wiring harness side, let's say something is messed up, but it's on the plugs. You know what I mean? Like the plug's got moisture in it or water in it. I don't know. I just don't know. George says to see if it works. I mean, Chris says you got to be very careful. Yeah, because I'm not trying to like fuck up the new car with the old ECU if that could happen. I don't think so though. And if not, I might have to get George says I think if you could put it in and the fuel pump kicks on, it might be good. Yeah, because that's the thing about the main relay would kick on the fuel pump. That and the ECU would kick it on. But we're not hearing in my silver car. We're not hearing the fuel pump kick on at all. Like that's why we have to use starting fluid in the intake piping. So you know what I mean? It's kind of like what the fuck. True story. But yeah, this weekend, I mean, I'd do it today, maybe if we can. Throw my Type R wheels on there, the spacers and all that shit, and yeah, get the wheels and the spacers on the blue car because I gotta tell you, those Type S wheels and those tires he had on there, they really ride like dog shit, like really not good. And let's see what else. We're gonna swap the windows out because they look like crap. Then I'm doing the window regulator today. Try to see about the K-Pro. Stuff like that. You're probably wondering, why aren't you getting on this right now, Shades? Well, because I just woke up. Need some coffee. Need a cigarette. Need to collect my thoughts. And it's hot as balls outside. Damn, we got 5 people on the counter. Who we got in here? I know we got George and Chris. Who the fuck else we got? Chris says my package will be at my house around 5 today. Nice, dude. Good shit. Good shit. Hard race for the win. Yeah, it's another thing we got to start taking off is I'd say we got to start taking off. And George Bonnie says, show yourself. Yeah, I don't know who's just sitting. 3 people just chilling in the back. They're like, what is the Shades doing? Old school. There we go. We got one. It says, good morning, Shades. What up, yo? How you doing, man? How the fuck you doing? And I'll send those your DA pictures, Christian and Broke Dad, in a little bit. I got to run through my email and download them and send them to probably broke that on Instagram, and then Christian just like through text message. True story. True motherfucking story. What you getting into, old school? Top of the morning. George says, hi, old school. That's right. That's right. Let's see. George says, hi, old school. Old school says, good morning. Y'all nice. Hell yeah. Nothing hella. Nothing hella hot already, dude. Dude, it is, man. Dude, this is why I'm getting jerseys out, man. I mean, I wore jerseys before it was this hot, but like I go in there and like about to grab a shirt. I'm just like, t-shirt or jersey? Yeah, jersey. I'm a jersey boy, but not really. Broke Dad, what up, man? Morning. How you doing, dude? Hey, curious question. My silver car won't start. Like it's not getting fuel. I don't hear the fuel pump kicking on. My tech or secondary tech, Juan, mechanic at my dad's shop, he says the main relay is dead, but he thinks it's either the main relay or the ECU. What do you think? I know that K-Pro was good. I checked it. I tested it. It passed with flying colors. Do you think it's the main relay? Would that have an issue? Probably. I think that's going to be our next thing to attack to see if we can get the silver car to start. Woo woo. Old school says, morning, broke garage. Broke daddy. Broke dad says, hi, DA9. Chris says, morning, broke dad. And broke dad says, the black lung pop. I think I'm getting the black lung pop. You've been in the mines for one day, Derek. Talk to me in 30 years. Dude, I swear, when I used to smoke Marlboros before I switched over to the fucking pipe tobacco, I used to get all kinds of lung pains, I swear. And now that I smoke this shit, non-government regulated tobacco, or not, not nearly as much, not no 7,000 chemicals, I get zero lung pains. Sure, I got the smoker's cough. That's just the way it is, but Marlboros, man, fucking commercial cigarettes, they're not good for you. True story. But yeah, I think it's the main relay, honestly. I should probably just throw in the towel on my silver car, but I don't know. I want to see if we can get it to run just for fun. Old school says could be. That's what triggers the fuel pump one. Yeah, because like even with starting fluid, you'll hold the clutch in and you'll give it gas, and it sounds through and throughout like it's not. The starting fluid's like doing nothing for it. Honda Vlogs, what up, man? Oh, by the way, your baby metal got me blocked worldwide. Thanks. Literally woke up, it's like, your video is blocked in like 9 countries, including the United States. Baby metal. It's like, all right, great. So I got to edit that one out. He says, to be honest, you're not going to use the K-Pro for like at least 2 to 3 weeks until you get the new DC5 all ready for anything. Well, I mean, I could throw it in there now. I mean, it's got a exhaust and a shorty header and a fucking stock airbox, which, is not a cold air intake by any means. But, I mean, you could put it in there just to see if it works. But he says until you get the new DC5 all ready for anything, see how much Honda will charge to test it on their end. Also, it's one wire to prime the fuel pump. That's what people have issues with when using PRC. PRC. It's a PRV. Old school says just like Jimmy did. Oh yeah. Well, Jimmy gets you blocked all over the world. Like this was 9 countries. It was like blocked in some countries, but it was like all the popular countries. It's like South America, North America, fucking Europe, everywhere that matters. Continents, basically. Honda Buck says JDM K20 ACU doesn't have a mobilizer and won't prime. Yeah, I know, but I'm not going to be running a K20A ECU. I'm going to be running a fucking K20A2 K Pro and just program it for, you know, telling it, hey, like using a PRB as a pseudo kind of hybrid PRC. You know what I mean? Like, hey, we're running a Type R motor. I can do that, right? From what I've been told, I can do that. Just use a K20A2 wiring harness on the red top motor, K20A2 K Pro ECU. Hanavok says, nah, what I'm saying is check the wires that prime the fuel pump that aren't corrupted. Well, that's what I mean. Like the main relay. If you didn't have the main relay, it wouldn't send no juice through the fucking fuel pump wires at all, would it? You know what I mean? Hanavok says if you stream Initial D, it did that to a video of mine in the past too. Said Nubuntu for you. College, GR, whatever the fuck that is. Call from college. Suck my dick in the back. Hanavok says true, so now maybe though. Maybe wait. So now maybe the thought is maybe the last time you started it to get it on the lift was its last hurrah. I hope not. I hope not. But at the same time, it's not really going to matter because the red top motor is going to be what I need, what I want, combination of both. And I don't know if I would trust all the electrical, wiring harness and main relay. I think the K Pro, even though it got water in it, mud water in it, and I cleaned it, it passed the boot up test. Honda says, Honda Blog says for the main relay. I mean, okay, I got you. Yeah, because they said it. They got the water out of it and cranked it over by hand to get the water out of the cylinders, and said it started up fine. And then they ran it for like enough to get it on the lift, and then it got water in the fucking oil. You looked at the oil is all milky. So, I mean, I don't. I think there's hope, honestly, at least for the motor. Maybe not the wiring harness, the electrical system, like main relay, but get another main relay. It's like $30. Give it a go. See if because we got another fuel pump in there too. The fuel pump got burned out. Wasn't giving any fuel, and that could be because of the main relay. You know what I mean? Old school says you can't switch the main relay and ECU from the new DC5 to see it for from the new DC5 to see if Stacy starts that way. That is true, but I just in case like anything like evil fucking moisture electrical gremlin goes in there, I don't want to fry 2 main relays or fuck up the PRB that's in the blue DC5 right now just for safety's sake. I mean, I could do that, but I don't know. I just don't trust it. My silver car is like fucking cursed. Honda Block says, "LOL, you're dealing exactly with what your Canadian mechanic friend said." Oh yeah, my mom's friend that came along for the ride to rescue me. from the flood town. Maybe you're just dealing with flood wiring craziness. Yeah, that's exactly what he said. He was like, "Did water get in the car?" He's like, "That's crazy. Like, you just get something new and start over." He's like, "You're gonna be chasing gremlins for the rest of your fucking life in that car." He's like, "Unless you start with a brand new electrical system and all new components, like fresh components. Like the only thing you could keep is the shell, like the bare metal shell, and anything that was electrical, get rid of it." He's like, literally. It's like, all right then, that sucks. But it is ironic that the car, the motor had some water in it. Yeah, I get that. But when you turn the accessory position on the key, the car, the gauges all come on, the lights come on, the fucking stereo welcome screen came on, and all that shit. So I mean, clearly the whole electrical, and it wasn't acting like fluctuating or like it kind of turns on and then it freaks out or something like that. It literally, it's so weird. But yeah, you definitely don't hear the fuel pump. Like when you turn the key on, you don't hear the fuel pump kick on for sure. Odd Vlog says true old school. Old school says, or the old ECU from Stacy. Well, that's the K Pro that's in the car. Like, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take it out of the car today. We'll try it with the main relay, you know, for shits and giggles. Because if the main relay doesn't work, what I'll do is I'll take the K Pro out of the car. We'll just give up on the silver car, trying to start it. That is what it is. But we will. I'll bring it home. I'll plug it into ye old computer over here that's got K Manager. Do a boot up test again. Confirm that it's not fucked up. At least on the USB and the circuit side, component side. Then what I'll do is I'll load a base map for like the reflash cold air intake dyno session, even though I don't have a cold air intake. It's not really going to hurt anything. Disable the immobilizer, throw it in the car, add a couple of features like two-step and stuff like that just for fun, and then put it in the car and see if everything works right. Then we got K-Pro, you know what I mean? Let's see. Honda says, fire in the car. There could be some random stuff, but if the main relay isn't popping, then there could be a few things to trigger it if the ECU is cool. Old school says you don't got the OG ECU, not the K Pro, to see if the old ECU crank. Well, the K Pro unit is the old ECU. I sent in my original ECU to get it reflashed with the immobilizer and the key. Used that for a little while. Then I got K Pro. I sent it back. So the original Stacy ECU is K Pro. You know what I mean? It's not like I got just a brand new K Pro unit. Old school says my bad. No, man, you're good. Not a lot of people know that though, because a lot of people just do buy a brand new, K Pro ECU. That's expensive as fuck. That's like $1,400. Because essentially, aside from the shipping, you really don't save that much. George says K Pro is piggybacked. Yeah, you can take it out, but what you have to do on the stock PRB that you're going to swap it into is you got to add piggyback. You got to solder on piggyback connectors to the actual circuit board. Honda Vlog says, man, too bad you can't find an ECU from an Element, something cheap from the pick and pull just to fire it. But that wouldn't work. An ECU from an Element isn't a PRB. I'm lost. Enlighten me, Sir Honda Vlogs. Oh, and by the way, my shirts will be here tomorrow. Oh, yeah. George says, right. Honda Vlog says, not worry about it. Oh, I'm worried about it. K-Pro's fucked. That's eating into the build budget for sure. That sucks. I mean, I honestly I do know how to solder pretty half decent, but I'm a guitar pedal guy. I'm using big old school capacitors and like uh, resistors and all that stuff. And nowadays, like if you look inside a computer ECU for a fucking car, they're all surface mount components. So it's like you need like super small soldering iron. You need like a magnifying glass. You need super steady hands. You need like, that's all. Like surface mount is some different shit, man. I suck at it. Honavlog says the element will at least turn it on. Don't drive it, but at least fire it. But damn, immobilizer, damn it. Yeah, I'd have to, if it came down to that, I'd have to get the immobilizer out of the element too. And the key. So like, if you don't have the key, pretty much fucked. Old school says everything is super small shit. You're right, dude. The surface mount components are like, God, they're so small. It makes me like so worried. Honda says, yeah, no, we're whittling down options now. Wood. We're woodworking. Yeah, no, if the main relay. Honda says I'd be 100% the same, worried of frying the Honda. Dude, I swear it passed boot up test. That's why I'm like, don't tell me some shit that's not true, Juan. It's that main relay. I'm gonna laugh when we get the main relay. The car fires right up. I'm gonna be like, yeah, not K Pro. Smack that Juan for you, boy. Whoa. I think I'm getting a black lung pop. Look that shit up on Riley. Make sure they got it. I'm sure they do. But you just never know, man. They'll be like, oh, yeah, we don't have that in stock. Honda says people reflow EF and DA and EG main relays. Are they the same in the DC5? And no clue. No fucking clue. I'll look this shit up at O'Reilly to see how much it costs. Exactly. Main relay. What? These motherfuckers don't have the main relay for my car. Are you serious? Your RSX type as main relay. There you go. Club RSX car won't start. Let's see what people say. 2002 Acura RSX Type S problem. Well, recently I got my ECU capered, but ever since I did that to my car, it hasn't run right. Right now, the fuel pump won't prime when you turn on the ignition unless you jump the connections. I've replaced both the main and fuel relays and PMF GI relay with known working relays. What's wrong? I'm able to access manager only when I jump the relay, so the ECU is not fried. Plus, I get the code P0563 and my battery is reading normal. Any help would be awesome. So you got K-Pro now, all of a sudden everything isn't working. P0563 engine control module, ECM powertrain control module, circuit unexpected voltage. There's no engine code on the car, by the way. Try another stock ECU and see if it starts normally, then go from there. If it does, that means it's 100% the K-Pro. Then I'm guessing call Honda. Otherwise, maybe something got fried. When installing, double check the grounds. Plus, what happens when you turn the key, clicking sound. Explain more. The car will start if I jump the red and yellow wire with a ground wire. When I turn the key, everything turns on, except the fuse doesn't click unless I jump it. Do you have injector ground on the valve cover? Yes, I do. I followed the K-Pro instructions. I had a very similar issue. Fuel pump wouldn't prime, car wouldn't crank, and mine ended up being a weak main ground. Look around and redo your grounds on the motor and transmission. Yeah, Yeah, this guy's shit sounds like something different. Fuel pump won't turn on if you have the immobilizer enabled, but it's not linked to your key. Well, that's not the case. Yeah, I think it's the main relay, honestly. Honda Vlog says check the ECU ground. I don't think it's that. Because, like, the plugs, like, the connectors, like, George says sounds like the ECU isn't grounded. Yeah, but that's like somebody that's, like, not been in a flood. Their shit is just, like, he got K-Pro and his shit didn't work at all. So, like, it's something wrong with, like, his electrical system in general. You know what I mean? Like, my K-Pro worked for sure, and the car fired up. So, I don't know. I don't think it's the ground on the ECU. I think it's the main relay. That's just me. Honda Vlog says when we swap my motor, it wouldn't start at all. There's a ground in the engine bay that powers the ECU. Well, see, that's the thing though. Like, man, I wish I had a fucking laptop and just go over there and see if the K Pro boots up. Honda Vlog says just saying there could be rust or corrosion. I don't know. Yeah, well, like, the thing is, like, wherever that ground is, I'm not sure which ground is for the ECU. There is if it's the ground that's over by the alternator that goes to the motor mount, like it's a single ground that goes, like, you screw it down on the passenger side motor mount. I think it might be that one. That one didn't get water on it. You know what I mean? I'm not sure about that, but I'll have to figure this shit out. Honda Vlog says that might be it. It was passenger side. Yeah, because, like, that one's tightened down. Like, that one never has issues. Because that, honestly, for a long time, that ground was just chilling. Like, it wasn't even in its place it was supposed to be. It was just, like, dangling loose, and the car would still start up. You know what I mean? Even before K Pro or just, the ECU basically. So I'm really not sure. Let's see if Advanced Auto's got that because I'm going right over there. AdvancedAutoParts.com. On a block says old school. Wait, hold on. Old school says why not run the fuel pump of a different power source to see if it pumps fuel? Yeah, just like wired up. Yeah, I feel you. What part do you need today? I'll tell you what part I need today. Motherfucking 2002 main relay. Add a vehicle. It's added. Main relay. May not fit your RSA. Dude, are you shitting me? Why is it so hard to find? Am I retarded or something? Am I doing something wrong? I mean, isn't it called a main relay? Denso main relay. Acura RSX. Relay assembly. Let's see. Old school said, or Honda Vlog says, old school, true. LO, I run a wire from the positive to the fuel pump. LO, we do that on RX-7s because they need more power for bigger pumps, but it's fast and ghouly. But power's direct. Old school says, then at least we know it's not the fuel pump and go from there. Well, we know we put a brand new fuel pump in it, so I mean, It's clearly like a relay or something like that that's not kicking it on. It's either a wire or a relay. Let's see. God damn, that motherfucker was $49. Reference number 20. Where the fuck is 20 at? Bro, I didn't fucking want a goddamn Acura Integra relay. What the hell? This shit is so stupid. What part of... No vehicle selected. No, I did select a vehicle. God damn it. Main relays for EG are like 40 to 60. It's stupid. For real, though. Where the fuck is relay? Main relay. Good God. Would it be just the PCM relay? That's like what they're calling it. Old school says pick and pulls got them all day though, lol. Not RSXs, bro. Not around here. I don't know how Cali is, but you can't find an RSX and a pick and pull to save your fucking life. And even if there was, dude, that whole car would be gutted. Gutted. They would take everything out of it. Be like, yeah, I'm just gonna take this whole car. I've never seen an RSX and a pick and pull here. The ones we have, like Cap, Chesterfield Auto Parts. Hanavlog says, wait, Hanavlog says, LOL, nah, we're talking about OBD1, EF to EG, LOL, DC5s are rare. You're telling me, man, I've never seen one. Never, ever. Never, ever, but never, never, but never, never. That's right. Yeah, I'm about to go over there and grab the part number because this shit is stupid. And he was like, yeah, Advance will have it. Oh, really? Sure. No, they won't. They don't have it. Unless I'm calling it something. I mean, it said main relay assembly on there. You know what I mean? I looked at the part. I didn't look at the part number because I figured I wouldn't need it because you could just type in main relay. You know what I'm saying? Do you know what I mean? True story. Dude, why is this cigarette machine being a little baby girl? Rolling bad smokes. Y'all. Old school says, yeah, I've never seen a DC5 in the junkyard. I feel you. Coffee refill. Be all. That's right. Oh. But yeah, guys, fucking oh, coffee. Oh my god. Why is coffee so good? It's like water. I drink coffee like water. Oh, the cigarette light. But yeah, if it's not that main relay and it's K-Pro, it's definitely eating in the build budget. It's definitely not good. And yeah, true story. Because what I'll have to do is I'll have to send it in for the reflash again, then send it back for the K-Pro. So well, I could ask them. I'd be like, hey, I'll send you the ECU, the key, and the immobilizer, but I want K-Pro. So can you just like reflash it, then K-Pro it? You know what I'm saying? Because I want to retain my immobilizer. I'm not trying to have my car stolen. That immobilizer is it's good shit. Because people steal RSXs. I mean, shit, even up like in New York and stuff like that. I mean, car thieves buy a K-Pro so they can steal RSXs. You know what I mean? They're like, fuck your immobilizer. Watch this. Steal your shit. Oh, true story. Yeah, there's a lot of there's fucking fuel pump relay assembly. There's power relay assembly. Yeah, I'm not sure which one it is, honestly. I don't know what they classified as. It said main assembly. Old school says, okay, everyone have a good morning. I'm off for some breakfast. Oh my God, breakfast sounds amazing right now. Fuck, it's already 11 o'clock. I missed the Chick-fil-A boat. God damn it. Says going to get some breakfast. Good luck with that shade. Sorry, not too familiar with them newer Hondas. Just the whole POS is like mine. Nah, man, hey man, yours has been kicking. I'd rather have a DA9 that ran for 200K than an R6 that got in a flood. Just saying. Hands down. Milano red too, man. Fire. But yeah, man, have a good one. Fucking, I'll send those pictures out. Oh, be y'all. Yeah, I think I'm wide awake now. Trying to troubleshoot the stupid relay shit. I mean, it's not even like they don't have you type in O'Reilly main relay, they have it. They just don't have it. It's like doesn't even exist for my car or some shit. How stupid is that? Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, I have to grab a part number. Part number. But yeah, guys, probably gonna get on the grind. I gotta get shit going. Gotta figure this shit out. And yeah, guess I'll catch you guys later at 8. Be on the lookout for another video. I'll probably do some filming today. Bust out this window regulator. Get the stereo installed. Get Rid of that ugly ass shift boot and shift knob. And yeah, that's about it. Hope y'all have a